All right, guys, we are back for the 2019 National Tour PDGA Delaware Disc Golf Challenge, presented by the PGA and the JomezPro Patreon supporters. Thank you guys very much. Commentary team, Simon Lizotte and Eagle McMahon, Crush Boys commentary. How are you doing, Eagle?
Hey guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Hey guys, it's Eagle McMahon, and yes, I'm excited to jump into the back nine. We saw the front nine. We've only had one bogey so far, which is super solid as a card. We're on to like hole 9, or hole 10. We're on hole 10, and this is when the course really starts showing its teeth. Hole 10 is a par 4. It used to be a par 5, 625 feet. It's really about just getting yourself in the fairway. You don't necessarily have to bite off too much distance off the tee shot, because the next shot is it's a pretty generous size fairway. But let's see what the approaches are on this. Albert looks to be lining up a forehand, which is a great shot because it gets up and then pushes left and gradually fights out. He's going to be on the left side there.
Yeah, not a bad spot, not the ideal spot. This hole is so hard to get a birdie on, and Ricky pulled that real early, but with a great kick. Like, it couldn't be any better.
Yeah, he is in the middle of the fairway. Not as much distance as he might want, but you know, you can't complain by having great position. James' shot looks really good and then gets the worst kick. That's very unfortunate. That shot looked very good out of his hand.
You're throwing the link?
I'm throwing the link off the tee. I just want something to get around the corner. And in practice, I was putting this pretty good up there, just kind of right in the middle, but this is a little bit too far left.
It's such a weird line that you always end up in the left rough. Unless you throw sidearm, then you can land in the middle. But with the hyzer, it's so hard to push it wide enough and not hit those trees like James did.
Yeah, the trick to throwing the backhand hyzer is with something understable that gradually kind of stands up throughout its flight. Ricky had a little bit of an early release, but he still carries good distance.
Yeah, from there it's a pretty easy up and down for par, so he'll be fine with that after that tee shot.
I'm actually in a little bit of a difficult position, and I'm going Metal Flake Max forehand roller. And from where I was at, to be in the middle of the fairway, I was very content with that shot. Albert's in an awkward position. And this is honestly really incredible to me. He was in a compromised forehand stance from a long ways away. And
just a little standstill flick.
I mean, he's not inside circle 1, but he's going to have an outside look at a birdie.
Wow, great ground action there. And James throwing, it looks like a super understable rock. Putting a lot of hyzer on it and just letting it glide and the disc do the work.
Rick throwing his AVR.
Pin high, 20 feet.
Throwing the link again. And this disc is just so good for just the soft little touch backhand approaches. It's a little bit more understable than what I'm used to throwing, but I've been really liking it in the trees. This looks like it could be bazooka. No.
Air balls from that range from 40 to 45 feet are always heartbreaking.
Is your heart broken, Simon?
If I do that, yes. Good putt by James to save a par. A couple tricky spots he had there. Wysocki for par. Oh, my.
Wow. I don't really know what to say.
Wow, that's a very rare sight. Actually, he missed right side there. And that'll be his first bogey of the day.
Second bogey of the card. Yeah, that's frustrating. Usually when you're that close, you're already on the next hole, and maybe that was the issue.
Never take anything for granted.
Hole 11, par 4, 600 feet away. Just get out the initial gap and find yourself somewhere down the fairway with hopefully less than 350 feet. If you're within that distance, then you have a potential to get a birdie. Good deep breath by Albert. And he goes with a fortress. And
Wow.
that was so good.
He's legit jump putting from there. 600-foot hole, and he just covered at least 500 of those feet on the sweetest straight line through 50 trees.
James gets the worst kick. That's probably one of my least favorite things in the woods. Hitting a tree on its side and shooting far left or right.
Happens a lot on this course.
So much more distance.
I decided to go first run PD sidearm. I'm just throwing sidearm to get out the first gap because that's what I did the day before. Just very frustrating to hit early on this hole.
Ricky maybe still rattled from that short putt he just missed, and he hits the first available off the tee. And now it's scramble time. Throwing a roller.
I hope he put his mountain bike tires on for that roller. But he gets into a good position, and he's going to have an open lane. James almost takes out some spectators.
Great dodging there.
James using his super old JK
no.
AVR. He had a great line on it. It just, the trees were in the way. I have a pretty good gap here, and guess what I'm throwing? A Doombird 3.
Do you hate that disc now?
I don't like it anymore. Ricky puts his AVR up.
Wait, what?
And it's in.
Oh, the rafter legs running. That was like 150 feet.
That was huge. He is very excited.
Wow, I heard this roar and I was sure someone eagled.
And throwback to last year, I believe Greg Barsby did something very similar. He did you see the little graphic? That's funny.
Wow, that was exciting. Now we don't know what to say anymore.
Well, maybe Albert can top him.
Eagle.
Oh. It's an easy 3.
It's a very boring birdie, guys.
Boring birdies are good birdies.
That is true. Yes, James. That's what I was looking for.
Damn, 2 SloMez's on one hole.
James really needed this. Turn the momentum back around.
FollowFlight is not a SloMez. I'm sorry. They're 2 very different things. So,
Wow, exciting hole here.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. Hole 12, par 4, 520 feet. Get to this little landing zone. Throw something that's just going to put you straight in the fairway, or you can throw some crazy scramble shots on this hole, and then you're approaching this very rocky green. when approaching the green, I like to kind of aim on the left side just because you're not throwing right at those huge boulders. Albert throwing a fuse. And that is very smooth. Pushes a little bit long, though.
Just a bit too far. It's really hard to find the sweet spot here because naturally you want to land almost a bit too short of the sweet spot. So you try to give it some extra power to push it all the way to the sweet spot, and then it starts going downhill to the OB road, which I've seen twice now happen already. And I think Ricky is in prime position there.
Yeah, Ricky with a great shot with his pig.
That also looks really nice.
That was very nice, and he just gets a terrible roll off that trig.
Wow, yeah, James not having the greatest of times right now, I think. Wait, you're going for a roller?
I go forehand roller off this just because I have borderline no confidence in my backhand right now from that distance. So,
Wow, you're playing freaking lumberjack golf right now.
yes, that is a very true statement.
Wow, Eagle throwing sidearm rollers, James throwing sidearms. This course is taking control of you guys.
I guess you can say that. But Ricky completely in his element, throwing a forehand pig. And he hits a rock. He's inside the circle. It's a good approach there. Albert's going to be laid out. Going for his harp. He gets to circle's edge, looking downhill at the basket.
Yeah, that's a funky putt from there. Super downhill, kind of a death putt almost. And 30 feet outside is behind the basket for Albert is going to be out of bounds. So it'll be a scary run for him.
James from distance. Was a very good run from where he was at. The nice thing about this green, rollaways are rare just because of all the rocks sticking out of the ground. 40 feet from Albert. And it dances in there.
That didn't go in solid enough for him to do a little. Is it going in?
I love his little look of curiosity.
He wasn't sure if it was in until it was completely rested.
I get another par, keeping the par streak alive.
How do you feel right now after 7 pars in a row?
I'm feeling very... I don't know.
You don't remember?
I don't really remember.
You were in the flow then. In the zone.
I was thinking these better pars than bogeys.
That is true. But after 7 pars in a row, you're like, I need a birdie.
What answer do you want? I was not happy.
If that's the truth, I want the truth.
I was not very happy.
Okay.
Ricky with a good birdie. Hole 13, par 3, 360 feet. Really just trying to push something overstable straight and get some last minute fade to the left. It's actually a really difficult par 3 just for how tricky you need to be late in the flight.
Yeah, you're looking to throw, I don't know, I've seen people throw putters, mid-ranges, or drivers. You want to throw definitely something overstable if you're right-handed, obviously. And getting inside the circle is extra tricky here. It's super guarded unless... What was that?
He hits short left side and rolls inside the circle.
Yeah, definitely very fortunate. I think that's so far the best tee shot I've seen on this hole. I mean, the best result, at least. Does Ricky get the same?
Take that.
Well, he says he takes that.
He has to take it.
Yeah, but if you say, I'll take that, it means you're actually happy about it.
I was looking at the more literal sense. James getting a little bit too much Anheuser on his gator.
James has really been struggling off the tee. That's an MD5?
Mm-hmm. Then
Wow.
almost. I am half inside the circle.
Is
half
that your
outside.
favorite putt? When you go up there and like, oh, this is for my stats.
Do you ever think like, should I mark it or should I not mark it? Just be like, do I want to hit it outside the circle putt now, or do I want it inside the circle putt?
I usually always mark it.
I like
Just
it.
to talk myself out of this stupid idea of that I have to think about the stats and that's why I'm not going to make it.
Sometimes I don't mark it just because, like, if I miss it, it's more acceptable.
I understand that point of view, but at the end of the day, it's like a 4-inch difference.
I marked it. It would have not been okay if I missed that.
No. But you were so happy right now internally.
No, I really was. I ended the par streak.
Nice.
Oh, look at
Back-to-back birdies. 3 in a row, actually, for Albert now.
look at all that green on his scorecard. That's impressive. Albert showing us that
Albert now at 8 under par. through
Albert
13.
is showing us that he did not leave his game in Europe. He brought it with him to the United States of America.
No, Albert's been impressing everyone. First off, with his lead card performance. If you haven't checked that out, check out the European Open 2019. It was a show. Albert made the lead card, and everyone expected him to crumble, but he didn't.
Yeah, and he won the Estonian championships by like 15 or something strokes. Crushed everyone. Hole 14, par 3, 425 feet. Just basically a complete tunnel shot that slopes a little bit to the left. You're throwing your most confident disc here, whether you're a forehand or backhand player, whatever you can push the straightest, the longest.
This hole is actually so hard that the TD asked us if it's too hard. I always like when TDs ask us for advice on their courses.
I almost get this, and if that tree wasn't there, it might have been a different story.
You just said if that tree wasn't there. That tree's been there longer than you've been alive.
If only that tree wasn't there. Ricky using the whole fairway, getting
Doing a super skip off a rock.
a bunch of ground action. He might be, he's like half inside the circle, I think. Half out. Does he mark it? Does he not?
Half in, half out.
James, I want to say he's throwing a Thunderbird here.
Nice, dude.
That's the best shot I have seen.
I got to give a shout out to Joel Freeman at this point, who put it inside 2 feet.
So Joel's Freeman shot was the best shot you've seen?
Yes.
Okay.
You're trying to make this.
I'd like to make this. And that was an okay run. I was happy with that.
A good line.
Albert looks to be that he's going to card a bogey.
Air ball.
I was a bit confused when I saw that.
I don't think I've ever seen that in my life.
And like, it wasn't from that far. Ricky will take his par, which is not a bad score on the hole, but considering where he was at, he's probably not happy.
Just some cleanups now.
Now we have hole number 15. It's a par 3, 385 feet. You have to navigate down this tight gap, and there is a pretty fair gap, but like in order to hit it how you want, you have to throw it very hard and very committed. You will see approaches from James like he's gonna be throwing his wraith here. He's gonna kick a bit too far right.
That's in bounds, though.
He is in bounds.
That road on the right is OB, so if you somehow kick to the right and through all those brushes and end up OB, that's tough. Nice face by Eagle.
I'm squinting.
Good result.
Squinting extra hard.
You're almost inside the circle.
Yeah, I was happy with the result of that shot. Ricky pulled it a little left. He's going to be scrambling for his par. Albert taking a wide sidearm.
I've been waiting to see someone take that line. And finally someone took it. He turned it over a bit too much, but I like that route if you have such a strong sidearm.
I tried it in practice, and it just wasn't getting to the basket. But it's a little bit more there than the other route. Oh, boy. And that actually kicks out of bounds, which is a double punishment there for James.
So he's throwing 4 from here. And it's another tree. This is a nightmare in real life.
You can go ahead if you want.
Yeah, James playing a semi-solid round, but this is gonna put him in a very awkward position moving forward.
Ricky has a 25-footer for par. No, for bogey.
Mm-hmm.
This hole playing so tough. It's such a awkward gap, and it's uphill, and it's pushing. The 385 feet feel like 450 at least. And it's a gamble. James laying up for triple bogey 6.
Albert
Ouch.
is from outside the circle at this point. He'd really like to hit this.
Yeah. That's the third well outside the circle putt we've seen from Albert this round. And I still want to know what his next celebration is going to be, guys. Comment down below what you think. What should be his next move?
I like it.
Ooh. Good anger management there by Eagle.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
It was high. I wanted it to be lower.
And then you punched your disc.
Yeah, it was all the disc's fault. I punched my disc because the disc didn't get close enough.
But you punched the wrong disc.
No, I was mad at that disc.
Oh, okay.
That disc should have got closer.
Oh.
See,
No, now I understand the logic. You're right.
I'm justifying my anger,
Yes.
which is completely okay to do.
No, I agree.
A hole 16, par 4, 610 feet. Tricky shot off the tee. Really just want to get up onto this kind of flat spot since you are throwing uphill. And then the second shot, if you're in good position, has some pretty fair gaps.
This hole, other than a lot of other holes in this course, is all about the tee shot. If you get in position here on the tee shot, the upshot is actually not that difficult. And you are not in the perfect spot, but you got so far up the fairway, and I'm so surprised to see you throw sidearm here.
What else would you throw?
It lines up for the perfect flex backhand.
I can't throw a flex backhand.
You're literally like the second best player in the world. You definitely can throw a flex backhand. I've seen it 1,000 times.
Could, but it wouldn't be good. That's why I threw sidearm.
Just throw the Doombird 3.
No.
Okay.
Ricky.
Perfection. Ideal.
Perfecto. James throws that wraith. Every time he's thrown that wraith, he's gotten a lot of distance, but he's not getting that full flip.
I've been in that left side, and it's not that bad. And James didn't hit a single tree, so he doesn't have that much more distance to cover. So with some funky little trick shot, I'm going to just guess he's going to get a putt at the basket.
Now we're inside the circle. Good scramble by him.
Is this the AVR?
This is KC AVR.
Just a floater putter upshot.
I'm a little bit on the right side, but I have a pretty good angle here. And I just turn it over too much out of my hand. I'll be just outside the circle from there.
Not the worst kick ever.
James going thumber.
And what disc is that? That disc flipped over faster than I've ever... That's like a 150 turn or something.
Do you think James carries a 150 turn?
For shots like that, maybe. Booyah.
Booyah achieved.
It just looks so cool when he does it. Does that. It's just so cool. You can't even argue it that it's just cool.
Oh, and a little nod to the fans. God love it. Oh gosh, this putt looks way closer than it was. Not happy there, showing some frustration. Main reason because I did the exact same thing yesterday and didn't capitalize on it.
That's always the most frustrating things, if you make the same mistakes twice in a row.
Albert has a good opportunity to get birdie back. I hit a little high there. Still goes in.
Your scorecard is looking a bit boring.
Yes. And I'm feeling... I mean, I really can't complain because I don't have any bogeys, but when you're not bogeying, you're kind of expecting to birdie. But could be worse. Hole 17, par 5, 860 feet. It's an epic hole. I think I said it yesterday. I think it'd be in my dream 18. Just epic tee shot, epic second shot, and epic green. Ricky has a destroyer in his hand.
Whoa.
And he just pulls it right. And it's a very bad kick to the left.
That was the biggest shank we've seen all day. Good thing you didn't watch me play.
James throwing that wraith. That is fantastic. Great kick off the tree. That's probably close to where Seppo got off his drive from last year. That was a Lux instinct.
Oh, the pain in the face and then the disappointed walk-off. That was cute.
I'm getting a little bit tired at this point.
Wow, Albert joining Ricky. Short left. And these guys can walk off this hole with a 5, and that's very impressive.
Ricky playing lumberjack golf, as Simon would like to say. Gets good distance. Be on the right side.
Albert for eagle.
That is very true.
Decent kick. Back to the middle.
I have a pretty good lane right here to just throw a chip shot back into the fairway.
From there, the green's actually very attackable.
Yes.
With a fairway driver.
Ricky trying his luck with the roller.
On any other course, I would say that's not very lucky what just happened, but on this course, you really have to count on hitting something. James just didn't get the angle he wanted, but he got the kick he wanted, and he might have a long jump putt for 3. Whoa.
I just don't stand that up enough.
Wow, you got to be scrambling to save par now.
Albert really trying to get up there right here. If he can make that, he will save his par.
He's putting at least.
He's showing so much control with his pig. Puts it up on top inside the circle.
After that tee shot, picking up a 5 is a bonus.
I'm just missing the tree.
Oh my.
Getting up on top.
Is that the line you were intending to throw?
It was the line I was intending to throw.
Then it's okay. Give it a chance, James.
Ugly.
Oh, he says ugly. Yeah, never really had a chance, but he'll end up with an easy birdie, so sometimes it's okay.
Albert uphill, just outside the circle. I don't know if his line was obstructed or not, but he will get a bogey. Good birdie by James.
James for birdie to go 1 under for the round. So he's fought back the last couple holes.
From about 25 feet. Saved my par, which I can be happy about after a few scramble shots. Ricky also saving his par, which is very good considering he hit very early and got that really bad kick to the left.
Albert got to take a bogey, put him back to 10 down. He was leading the tournament for a long time.
Yeah, Albert's had a tough stretch of holes lately. Hole 18, our final hole. Par 4, 638 feet. It's really about clearing the first gap. I really like to push a shot as straight as possible because there's a pretty good landing zone in the back it's kind of not there to the naked eye. But if you get there, it's kind of just a straight approach to the basket. And like James right there, he's almost in the perfect spot.
Not bad at all.
I think the perfect spot is right where all the fans are standing.
Yes. Wow, what a skip. Ricky is. That could be the sweet spot. The more left you get off the tee, the better you'll be, as long as you get the right distance. And you are bogey free. Is that in your head that you're bogey free and don't want to bogey the last hole?
No,
Really not?
it definitely is.
Okay. What's that logo on your disc?
That is the Anjuna Beats logo. Some people will understand.
Like this video if you understand.
A lot of people will understand then.
Oh, the one tree you're aiming for. He's just too good. Albert is too
You
good.
threw the best shot.
Too good for this course.
Yeah, that's tough right there. And the link. And it gets late flip, hits inside the circle, slide outside the circle. I'll have about a 40-footer to finish the round.
And go 10 under, which is right now the lead.
Ricky asks for it. So don't.
Probably also aiming for that tree and just throwing it too well.
Maybe he's not aiming at the chip.
Maybe not. That's just what I do.
What if you start aiming at the basket?
Then I would never hit it. Yeah, James after a really good tee shot. Kind of an unfortunate lie right there. But from there, it's going to be a very easy up and down for par. And all in all, not the greatest round for James today. Had a lot of rough breaks.
Albert forcing over a Justice with a flick.
He's not going to be happy with that shot.
Yeah, he's a lot farther than he would like right now.
This is for par.
Yeah, this would be a big putt for Albert.
Not a bad run. Dang, Albert finishing 3 over on the last couple holes to really fall off the lead there. He was dominating.
Albert was playing a very good round. I think there was 2 stretches where he had turkeys.
Close.
Ricky from a little bit more than 40 feet.
Wow, instantly knew that was in.
And
Look at the early fist pump.
you just expect Ricky Wysocki to make a putt like that. Final hole, gallery right there. Finishes round strong.
Talking about momentum shift.
He has a lot of momentum going into tomorrow.
And you to go 10 under and bogey free.
I guess I could use Ricky's putt as inspiration.
You shot 5 down again in a lot better conditions, but still not a bad round at all.
Yeah, bogey free. Made some good shots. Scrambled well.
James probably quite happy that this round is over and he can go hang out in his van and come back stronger tomorrow.
Yeah, James had his struggles, but he still fought to be under par, which is something that is very good. All right.
Tough back nine for 3 of these contenders. Actually, Ricky did all right.
There you see the top 10. Vaino Makala from Finland shooting a -9, which is scorching hot. Joel Freeman jumping to lead card with a -7. And me barely hanging on with that last putt to stay on top card.
Unbelievable. 7 players within 2 strokes. Tomorrow is anyone's game. And special thanks to the JomezPro Founders Club. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, guys. Thank you for watching this back 9 of round 2. Subscribe now to JomezPro to make sure you don't miss action on the next round or any coverage that Jomez brings you.
Good luck and have fun and smile more. I said smile more.
Keep on treatment.